So I guess the real question that everybody's asking themselves nowadays is Paul George a one-year rental? Or is Paul George going to commit long-term in the Oklahoma City Thunder? Or of course, is he going to go to the Lakers? And another question. George, I don't understand this. Why hasn't Russell Westbrook signed an extension yet? Do you think he's going to go to the Lakers himself?
Nothing's guaranteed in the NBA. That's all I have to say about that. The Paul George thing, we don't know how much he likes OKC next year, honestly. He might love playing with Russell Westbrook. He might actually love playing with... That'd probably be his best teammate he ever played with if he actually plays with Russell Westbrook. And the second thing that you have to say about that is that you don't even know if Magic will be able to sign Paul George next year, because he's still getting investigated because of that whole thing that Indiana did about the tampering with Paul George and Magic Johnson. So there's no guarantee that Paul George becomes a Laker next year. There's just nothing's guaranteed in the NBA. We hear rumors like this all the time. Being a Knicks fan, you know how many times I've heard players interested with being a Knick? A couple years ago, I heard that Russell Westbrook was interested in joining the Knicks, and clearly that did not happen. Now, about the Russell Westbrook extension, I think it gets done. I just think that Russell Westbrook is keeping his options open, which I think everybody in the NBA is learning from LeBron, and they're just keeping their options open, and they're trying to see how things go and jump ship if things don't work out. Let's be honest, the OKC situation hasn't always been the best front office. They've made big mistakes. So why would Russell commit to this franchise when he'd be the most attractive free agent in 2018?
Now, I want you guys to put this into perspective. Put this into perspective. They had Durant, they had Harden, they had Westbrook,
Ibaka.
They even had Ibaka. That would have been something scary had they kept that squad together. Now, it wouldn't surprise me if Russell Westbrook decided to go down the UCLA route and say, you know what, I want to go back to LA. That's where I'm from. So it wouldn't surprise me if Russell Westbrook ended up going back down to the Lakers. I mean, not going back down, but going back to the Lakers and going back to LA. So here's another thing. Now we talk about LeBron James. Why the heck will LeBron James want to go to the West if he has a team in the East that could possibly win a championship? We're talking about possibly having Dwayne Wade. You already have Rose, Isaiah Thomas, Jay Crowder, Jeff Green, and a couple of other boys. We're talking J.R. Smith as well. So why would you jeopardize going to the finals for sure, possibly beating Golden State or the Spurs in the finals? Why would you jeopardize that and go to the Lakers?
And what LeBron's doing is what everybody would be doing in his shoes. He's keeping his options open. If Paul George actually gets to the Lakers, that's great. If my team doesn't win the finals next year and Paul George goes to the Lakers and Lonzo Ball gets the Rookie of the Year, hey, he might do the big jump and go to the Lakers. But as of right now, why would he tell and say and give up this whole entire season by saying, man, I'm leaving Cleveland this year? He's not going to say that. Or why would he say, I'm going to commit to the Lakers next year? That's shortening his options. He's a businessman. He's not going to do that.
Now, as far as Paul George, nobody's going to tell me that this man wants to stay in OKC. In order for this man, Paul George, to stay in OKC, he's going to have to beat a team like the Warriors in the playoffs. Do I see that happening? Probably not. What I do see happening is Paul George getting frustrated and then going, I'm not going to stay here because Russell Westbrook doesn't pass me the ball. That's a big possibility as well. So you have to consider all these things. You know, I'm not going to go jump the gun and say Paul George is going to the Lakers and Russell Westbrook is going to the Lakers and then LeBron James is going to the Lakers. Listen, LeBron James, Paul George, and Russell Westbrook are still not guaranteed to just walk through the finals in the West.
And also, they don't even know what's going to happen until next year's happen. Nobody knows what's happening in this NBA until next year happens. Nobody knows how good Houston's going to be, as much as we say it won't work or will work. Nobody knows how good Houston's going to be. Nobody knows where Melo's going to end up. Nobody knows how good the Spurs will be compared to Golden State. All we can do is speculate and wait till October 17th.
And I'm telling you now, guys, Carmelo Anthony is going to be real pissed off because there's no way in hell this man's getting traded to the Houston Rockets. So you had mentioned how good the Houston Rockets are going to be. Well, let's just say that the Rockets are very, very, very lucky if they don't get Carmelo Anthony. First of all, Carmelo Anthony didn't like Mike D'Antoni in the first place. He didn't like him.
He got him fired, actually.
Yeah, so now Carmelo Anthony wants to go back and play with Mike D'Antoni, a lazy-ass player like Carmelo Anthony who hates to run and gun. Because Carmelo Anthony hates run and gun. The man hates running. The man hates playing defense. He's out of shape. I don't know what to say about Carmelo Anthony. He wears a little hoodie and everybody's going, Carmelo Anthony, Carmelo Anthony.
It's hoodie Melo, and hoodie Melo got a 98 on 2K. But besides that, he's not going to be wearing a hoodie at the start of the season. So I also don't think Melo works in Houston, to be honest.
There's only one basketball, man. There's only one basketball.
Melo's also an ISO basketball player, and he's gonna get CP3 tight because CP3 is a defensive mind guard. He's gonna be so mad with Melo not playing defense. He's already gonna be mad with James Harden not playing defense. I can imagine this man having a stroke on the court watching those two not play defense.
Listen. Carmelo Anthony, maybe I was a little too harsh. Maybe I was wrong to say Carmelo Anthony looks terrible out there because he's in the Knicks. Who doesn't look terrible in the New York Knicks? Maybe he'll look good if he played for a team like the Spurs, or if he played for a team like, let's say, OKC, or something along the lines where you're not with Mike D'Antoni. Because if you get Carmelo Anthony, Mike D'Antoni, Chris Paul, and James Harden together,
a lot of egos.
Oh, man. Now, how about this? Stephen A. Smith actually spoke about this. Carmelo Anthony and the Pelicans. DeMarcus Cousins, Carmelo Anthony, Rajon Rondo, Anthony Davis. What do you like about that?
Well, that team's interesting because they're tough. You don't got that much toughness in the NBA anymore. So you got a tough team in the Pelicans. If him and Anthony Davis could A, stay healthy, and B, figure that thing out, you have a bunch of characters who remind me of a team that doesn't really care about what anybody else thinks about them and really believes in themselves. Because Rajon Rondo is a tough character. He may not have a jumper, but he's a tough kid. DeMarcus Cousins led the league in technicals last year, and he's still the best center. And the number two best centers playing right next to him in Anthony Davis if he stays healthy, leaving Melo as the veteran on that team alongside Rajon Rondo. And that team could make some noise, make a lot more noise than a lot of people will think if they figured it out.
And here's something funny. DeMarcus Cousins loves Rajon Rondo. He loves him. So who knows what can happen. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. This is JP TV. Make sure to subscribe and thumbs up.